So now today I'm going to discuss today's contest. The first question of today's contest was largest three same digit numbers in a string. So what we are going to find, first thing about this example, right? So this is the example 677133339, correct? So you have to find the substring of length 3 which has all the digits same. For example, this doesn't have same digits, right? But this has 777. So you can see that you have to find the substring first which has all the digits 7, and then not 7 similar digits, and then after that you have to find out, after finding out those substrings. So one possible substring is 777, another one is 333, right? So these are two possible combinations. So after finding out these substrings, you have to return the maximum value of that substring. So for example, 777 is greater than 333, so return this one, right? But sometimes you will not able to find the substring of length 3 for like in which all the characters are similar. In that case you have to return empty. So you can see this example 423523338, right? In this particular example it is not possible to find out the substring of length 3, right, which has all the digits similar. So we are returning output empty. In this we are finding out this 000 similar, return it. So this is the problem. So what we have to do, we will do we will just apply the sliding window, right? So what we will do, if this is our example, correct, start from this window. This is 7677, all the one we will continuously checking the characters are equal or not. If all the characters are not equal, leave it, slide your window to next window. So this is next window, 771, no, not okay, sorry, this was there. So 777, all the values are equal. So you will actually store in your somewhere max, right? 777, then you will slide again 771. It is not max, it is not actually all the digits are same, so leave it. Then slide again, then slide again and slide again. You will find again 333. Check with your max, it is greater or less, it is less, so just ignore it. And in the last, after like doing this again and again sliding window, you will find that this is your answer and you will return it. The same thing you have to do. But in the last, if you are not able to find any substring, return empty. So in this way you can solve it, right? Now we can actually discuss the second problem of this question, sorry, contest, right? So second problem is uh, finding out the nodes which has equal to its average of the subtree. So what the question is trying to say. So if we have given this example, which has 485016, so you can clearly see that if you are considering 0 as a node, right? What is its subtree? Nothing. There is null, correct? So what is the average? Average is 0 by 1, which is equal to 0, right? And it is also equal to the value of the node. So you can say this is the node which has its subtree average is equal to the same value node, right? And you will, if you will do it for 1, same thing. 1 is the only node in this subtree, and total number of node is 1, so average is 1, which is equal to the value. That's fine. This is another node. And if you will check 8, right? So what is the subtrees total, like of all the nodes, right? So 8 plus 0 plus 1, so 8 plus 0 plus 1 upon 3, which is equal to 3, right? And it is not equal to the value of the node, so that's why this will not be the part. And similarly we will calculate for 6, 5, 4, and all the colored value actually has the average equal to its node value. So in the last we will count these nodes. So 0, 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 nodes are there which has average equal to its node value. So we will return 5 in this case. For example, if this is given, this is the only node, so average is equal, so one node is there, we will return in 1. So this is a problem, correct? So but what is the solution for this? What you are going to do here, you will apply the DFS, correct? And how you have to apply the DFS, let's see. So if this is your tree, correct, what you will do, you apply the DFS and similar DFS depth for search, right? First you will go to the left part, check for every node. So in the last you will be here in the 0th node, right? And after have like reaching to the leaf, you will check that if there is null, this is null, like null, So you will check the average is equal or not. So average is 0 plus 0 by 1. So one node is there, and which is equal to node. You will just make some global variable total number of node, correct? So you will increase it and it will become 1, correct? One node. Then you will come back in your DFS, this node, and go to the right, do the same thing for this, increase the node total count by 2, because the same thing will happen with this one as well, right? 1 by 1 is equal to 1, which is equal to the node value. Then you will come back in your DFS to 8, right? But one important thing you have to remember: when you are calling the DFS for a left or right node, you will return something to its parent. So what you will return from the left to its parent? You will return the total sum and number of nodes to its parent. So how many number of nodes are there in the left side? One node, right? So you will return 1 to its parent. And how much the total sum? 0. So you will return an array of like two size array. So you can say 0 is the total sum and number of nodes are 1 from the left side. And what you will return from the right side? 1 is the total sum and number of node is only 1 in the left side. And you are in 8, what you will do, you are getting something from left, you are getting something from right, and its value, right? So you will do the sum which we are getting from the left side, the node value, which is 8, sum which we are getting from the right side, 1, divide by the number of nodes in the left side, 1, the current node, and the number of nodes in the right side. This is the average. So 3, which is not equal. And now you will return the same manner to the parent. So what you will return, like from 8 to 4, you will return number of nodes. So number of nodes is left node which is coming, which is 1, right node which is coming 1, or its count. So number of node will be 3. And what is the total value? Total value is 0 plus 1 plus its value, so 9. So this thing you will return to 4. The similar manner you will do it in the right side, and keep maintaining total, and in the end you will get the answer, right? So this is simple. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment section. I will show you the code as well for this particular problem. So let's look into the code. So what I'm doing here, so this is the simple check. If root is equal to null, just leave it, return 0. Otherwise, call the DFS. And in DFS, I'm creating, this is the simple logic. If left node dot left is not equal to null, go to the left part. If node dot right is not equal to null, go to the right part, correct? I initialize two array, left and right, means for some node, right? For some node of what I'm getting from the left and what I'm getting from the right. What, right? Okay. So I will just call the DFS, and something I will receive from the left node, store in the left, something I will receive from the right node, store in the right. And then what I have to do? I have to check if average is equal or not. Node dot value is equal to its average. So average, how we will calculate? Left 0, right 0, means I was just writing something from here, right? So this was the sum. So left 0, this one, sum, right 0, which is coming from the right 0, a right part. So right 0 plus node value, the current value, and divided by the left count. What is the number of nodes in the left part? Right part, number of nodes, and it's 1, right? So this will give you the average. And if these are equal, increase the total. Total is global, correct? And in the last, you have to return something to its parent. So what you will return to the parent? Left 0, right 0, node value, and left 1, right 1, 1. So this will you will return to the parent. So this will be my approach to solve this. And please try to code it yourself, because that will give you the better picture for this particular problem. Now let's discuss the third question. It's actually interesting. I implement DP in this particular problem. So what I did, I will explain you. For example, this is the pressed keys. So what is the pressed keys? You have a keypad. So this was kind of old phone, right? When we used to, like, this is a Nokia phones which used to come in 2000, I guess. So what we are doing here is, for example, you have some keys, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, correct? So if you have to press A, you can press 2 one time, correct? If you have to press B, you have to press 2 two times, C 3 times. So in the same manner you are doing it. But what's happening, they are giving us some pressed number of keys. So for example, they are saying I press 2, then 2, then 2, then 3, then 3, correct? Then you have to convert it to the character array. For example, what is the possible one solution out of it? So if you're pressing 2 2 2, so you press 3 times, so you can make C out of it, right? And 3 3 2 times, So you can make E out of it, correct? But this is not the only solution. You can also press 2 one time. When 2 means two times, then you are making B. Then you are making pressing 2 one time again. So you are making A. Then pressing C 2 times, E. In the same manner, there are multiple solutions. So you can clearly see that you can make this string, this string, this string, all these strings, right? 8 possible strings are there using this. So you have to decode and create all the possible strings, and you have to return the count of it, correct? So you don't have to return the exact strings, you have to just return the count of it. So I will tell you what I did. So what you have to do, for example, something is given, some keys are giving. So first try to count all those keys which have similar values. So in this particular example, count how many twos are there, right? Three. So what you have to do, you have to identify what you can make using it, how many possibilities you can make, right? That's the question. So how you will solve it? If this is 2, you can make A, B, C. I'm using deep here, I will explain how. So if you pressed 2 one time, correct, 2 time and 3 time. So if you are only pressing your 2 one time, what will happen? I'm just using tabulation method. So pressing 2 one time, what can happen? You can only make A one time, you cannot make 0, you cannot make B, so that's 0 times. You cannot make C. But if you have two twos, right, what you can do, use the previous column and create this one. How? If you have extra 2 after you solved it for this 2, right, now you have to solve it after like getting this extra 2, right, for you are solving for this. So either you can actually merge the answer with the last one. So you what you can do, you can actually create, you have created separate A, right? You have one choice that you can create a new A here. So this will be one solution. So what you have to do, and so what you will do, like store here, you will actually sum all these value. Why? Because you are actually creating a new A. So for example, in the last solution, if number of B's are something 2, like, right, number of C's are 3, then you are actually creating a new one. So what I'm trying to say, in the last solution, if you have, in this you don't have B and C, but if this is the case, right, then if you have the choice to make this press A, you have some previous solutions, you have to just add those all, right? So this will be like last columns, all the value you can add and then store here. And for B, to make it B, you have only one choice. Why? Because you have to convert the previous A to B. So so actually I will write in the form of equation. So what I can do, I will call the current column current, and the previous column, so current 0, this is a 0 index, so current 0 will be previous 0 plus previous 1, and plus previous 2, correct? So this is the case, add all these. But what is current 1? For to calculate current 1, you have only one choice, previous 0. You can convert all the A's to B, that's the only choice. What is the current 2? Current 2 is previous uh, 1, which is you can convert all the B's to C, right? So current 2 is equal to previous 1, and this is the DP. This is your dependencies, and this is the DP. And the same thing you will do for 3 when you have 3 keys. So what you will do, add all these, right? And to calculate this one, you can make from A. To calculate this one, you can make from B. So this is the kind of DP. I know it is very complicated, but try to understand it. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment section. I will try to explain more. But this is the only trick I'm using here, right? Not trick, actually DP solution. So so that's what you have to do. First you have to count like how many consecutive same numbers are there, then to solve, like in this case 3. So how many combination you can make out of that 3, so solve using this, right? But just see like one important thing here, you have 7 and 9, which has 4 characters, right? So for that you have to solve it separately to make the DP of size 4 cross n. So it's not this one. So 4 columns try to make, right? And to calculate this value, you have to add all the previous these four, but calculate these, you have to just store these, right? So similar, in the similar manner, you have to create the 4 cross n, then solve it for 7 and 9. And after that, what you have to do, so for example, if for this you are getting 4 different combinations, now you, after solving this, you are getting 2 different combinations, you have to keep multiplying these, right? Keep multiplying this, like all fives are there, 5, so again 4 combinations are there, and this will be your total solution. So in this case, 2 2 2 3 3, if you will check for this, how many combinations you can make 4 combinations. For this, how many combinations you can make? 2. And I will also show you the combination. So one combination is AA, another combination is AB, correct? And third combination is BA, and the fourth combination is C. So these are the possible combinations. And for 3 3, we have 2 combinations. So one combination is DD, and another combination is E, correct? And you will multiply all these 4 into 2, and you will get the total number of combinations. I know this is typical. Yeah. Let's jump into the code and try to understand that, so that like okay, we can implement it. Oh, I know it is very long. So what I'm trying to do here is, um I'm actually, this is our patched keys. So I have the last character stored, and this is, I'm just trying to find out the consecutive numbers, right? For example, in 2 2 3 3, if this character, previous character is equal to same character, last character, current character is equal to last character, increase the count, and it is not, then calculate the value. So I have 2 function, 4 function, 3 function. What that means, 4 function is only for 7 and 9 digits, and 3 function is for rest of the digits. So I actually wrote the helper functions here. And then you have to actually keep on adding, like keep on multiplying your current answer to the existing answer, and take the module, because it can go beyond the integer range. Um, and then one important thing here, in the functions, 3 function and 4 functions, that's already explained. To calculate the next zero, at the last, like last zero, last one, last two, last three. This is the case, for example, if you have PQRS, right? PQRS. And if you have to create P, if your next is P, so you can add all the previous PQRS, but to create Q, you have to modify your last P. So that's what I'm doing here. Modify the last Q, modify the last R, right? And in the last, just return all the sum and module. So this is the thing for this particular problem, and try to understand it, please. And if not, then please ask me in the comment section. Then we can discuss the next problem, which is check if there is valid substring paths or not. So yeah, this is actually simpler than the third problem. I will try to explain this particular problem. So what we are doing, right? So we have this particular example. So what we have to find, we have to create a valid parenthesis combination. So how many so this can be a valid parenthesis combination, this can be a valid parenthesis combination, right? And this can also be valid parenthesis, but this is not correct, because you are closing the bracket before opening it. So what you have to do, you can start from 0 comma 0 and end to the m minus 1 comma n minus 1, and you have one path. You have to create a path which is creating a valid combination, and you can only move to the right and bottom. So for example, this is a valid combination. How? If you are considering this, you are opening it, then closing it, then again opening it, then again opening it, then closing it, then closing it. You can clearly see it's a valid combination, right? So you have to find if any path is possible or not, right? So what I did in this particular problem, I actually so I created a, you can say, a 2D array, right? I created a 2D array for this, like m cross n. So m cross n, and in every box, I was storing the number of possible opens, open brackets, right? So if you were starting from here, in this particular case, you have one combination only, one open, right? So I'm actually one open. For this, how many open can be possible? You can only move from the left, right? So two open, right? And for every node, like you can either come from the top or from the left, right? Any node you can come from the top or the left. If there are some possible opens in this node and there are some possible opens in this node, then you have to just check what is there in open or close, correct? So let me discuss this small example, because this will be very tricky. So if you have this, correct? So you started from this, and this is not valid, correct? So if this is not valid, then your possible combination will be empty, right? You don't have any possibilities because this is closing. And if you are starting from 0 comma 0, you will not have any answer. That's why it's returning 0. But if, for say, if this is one of the answer, like this is one of the question I'm creating. Let me do that. Okay. uh, okay. In this also, it's not difficult to create. Okay, let me discuss with this. So if this is the particular means, you can say example, right? This is a particular example. So for every node you have to store the possible solutions. For example, for this node you have one open possible. For this node you have zero open possible, can, because you can only can come from the left. For this node, before coming to this, calculate for this, how many open is possible? Zero, because you can come from the top. For this, you can come from the left, one open. From this, come from the left, two opens, right? And for this, you can come from the left or top. Zero zero, so only one possible condition is there, you can have one open, right? Because both are zero. And for this, how many possible? From the left you can come, from the top you come, only like zero open, because it's going to be closed. For this, either you can come from left or from the top. If you will come from the top, you will have three opens. If you will come from the left, you will have one open, correct? Because this is open. And this same thing you will do from here, because this is closed. So it was zero and this is closed, so it will give -1, and -1 cannot be possible. That is not a right solution, so this will become empty. You don't have any possible solution for this. For this node, you can come from left, left not possible, or from the top, so zero open. For this, you can come from left or top, both are zero, and this is closed, so not possible, correct? So you can say that no, it's not possible, so -1, so it will be empty. For this, you can come from the left or the top. From left, not possible. From the top, yes, it is possible, because there is a open 3 and 1. So if it is closed to 2 open and 0 open. And now, after reaching and calculating the possible solution for the end, means n minus 1, m minus 1, comma n minus 1, you have to check if 0 is there or not. Because if 0 is there, means you have created a solution. What 0 means? 0 open. So 0 open means you have actually matched all the condition. Means for this particular case, in the last, you will have 0 open, right? But in this case, you have one open. So if 0 is there in the last, you can say, yeah, it's a possible solution. So this is the thing you can use to solve this particular problem. And I will show you the code. My code, it's a little long. So actually just ignore the code, because it's very long. Try to implement this logic in your own, and then let me know if it is difficult to understand in the comment sections. Yeah, thank you for watching. I know today's questions, third and fourth, was a little tricky, but yeah, it's okay. See you next week. Happy weekend. Bye bye.